Thank you, Mr. Dario. Mr. Jane Urquhart, Deputy Secretary of Resources and Strategy of DISER. Mr. Robert Jeremenko, Head of Division for Oil and Gas, DISER. Mr. David Lawrence, General Manager for Gas Branch of DISER. Ms. Sue McCary, Chief Executive Officer of NOPSEMA. Colleagues from the Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources of Timor-Leste. Mr. Rui Suarez, the President of Timor Gap EP. Mr. Rafael Danielson de Arauzo, President of ANP, National Mineral Authority. Mr. Francisco Maucura, Director General for Bilateral Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Timor-Leste. Mr. Antonio Francisco Victor, CEO of the Commercial Bank of Timor-Leste, BNCTL. Ms. Hergelina Alves, Vice President of CCITL, Chamber of Commerce of Timor-Leste, and the President of Timor-Leste for Women Business Association. Distinguished panel speakers for this evening's cocktail, heads or representatives of all PSC contractors in our jurisdictions, and all the joint venture partners who are present today. Heads or representative of the mineral license holders in Timor-Leste who are present to this evening. All the Timor-Leste business delegates who are present here today under the ANP and DISER's Energy Partnership Program. Friends of Timor-Leste, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First of all, I would like to thank our God the Almighty for His grace and blessings that we all can gather here today in good health and safe. It is with great pleasure that DNP, in collaboration with Timor Gap EP, hosting this cocktail event to promote petroleum industry development of Timor-Leste to the businesses here in Perth, the petroleum hub of Australia, in conjunction with our participation in the 2024 AOG conference. Thank you all for making yourselves available for this cocktail. As you may have noted, that the theme of this evening event is strengthening business partnership in Timor-Leste oil and gas industry. In saying so, please also note that our President of Mineral Authority and a handful of mineral license holders are also here with us today. They are here for the very same reason, strengthening business partnership in Timor-Leste, between the businesses of Timor-Leste as well as colleagues and friends businesses in Australia. I would like to extend my special thanks to all PSC operators who have accepted our invitations, and all distinguished guests, friends in Australia who have accepted our invitation, and especially for those who have accepted our invitation to be the panel speakers in this evening event. Together, we promote oil and gas sector for the economic development of Timor-Leste as a people and as a country. Your openness and guidance on the way of doing businesses in accordance with your respective corporate policies and in its alignment with the national policies and priorities of Timor-Leste will in turn enrich the diversity and offering multiple business opportunity for Timor-Leste's companies, Timor-Leste's petroleum sector development. This year's cocktail event is special as we have the presence of a strong delegations of Timor-Leste business. Some of them have involved in the oil and gas industry, while some others are eager to take part in the oil and gas businesses. For this, my sincere thanks and appreciation to my dear friend, Mr. David Lawrence, General Manager of Gas Branch of DISER, under the Energy Cooperation Program between our two institutions. Thank you. To colleagues from Timor-Leste, I believe that you have had some exposure to the oil and gas industry in the last 2 days. Tonight, please maximize this opportunity for networking on contacts. That's how business starts. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as many of you are aware of that, whilst the oil and gas sector development in Timor-Leste has only been in place ever since the inception of our beloved country, but the knowledge, the references, the resources, and the presence of the resources in Timor-Leste has been commenced since early 1960s or even before the 1940s. Our contractual and fiscal regime for this sector have proven to be competitive over the years, yet we will continuously review to ensure its competitiveness in the region in the years to come. For this, ANP, under the leadership of the current government, led by the Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mr. Kairala Sanana Guzman, will collaborate with all interested parties to maximize the development of this sector in the years to come. We count on each one of you. Your presence means a lot to us in this evening. Thank you. Timor-Leste will not walk alone in this long journey in uncovering, unfolding the potentials of oil and gas it has in its country, both offshore and onshore. Instead, Timor-Leste will count on the investors, foreigners and nationals, to work together for the benefit of all parties. To sum, I thank you all for the kind attention and wish you all an enjoyable networking event, and looking forward to seeing you in Timor-Leste soon. Thank you.